All right, so when we got that last dump of snow, it was, giving us hope for a white Christmas, and it sounds like it's pretty much a sure deal at this point.
It's about as confident as you can get in forecasting.
Going to get a little extra, as a matter of fact, huh?
Yeah, we've got some bonus flakes on the way. Festive flakes probably Saturday, but maybe some bigger impacts Sunday.
Okay.
Before we get into that, I do want to mention this, though. We were just talking about ice fishing, ice thickness. So here's a quick refresher. A lot of people are off for a length of time over the next week or so. So 2 inches or less, keep off the ice. You can safely go once you hit 4 inches of ice thickness, but I wouldn't bring shacks or anything like that out. You want to bring the snowmobile out once you get closer to 6 inches. Then it's okay. And then we can start talking about bigger objects like cars, small trucks out on the ice. That's okay once you hit between about 8 and 12 inches, and medium trucks beyond that 12 to 15 inches. And I think this is important to bring up right now just because given the fact that we were so mild through November and December, we haven't gotten that normal winter cold that we would have by this point in time. I know some of the northern lakes have frozen over, just not sure how thick some of that ice is. So double check and make sure that you're safe if you do plan on traveling out. Still have a couple of snow flurries now falling across parts of Aroostook County, but this is all wrapping up. And I think we're going to be done talking about snow, not only today, but tomorrow too. Things become a bit more active as we get into the weekend, and on Christmas Day itself, we could have some flakes that roll on through. Interesting setup this morning for wind, though. It's cold, it's windy. We've got high pressure centered over West Virginia. We've got departing low pressure over the Canadian Maritimes. And if you follow the wind around that, that means that we've got a little bit of confluence here. Wind coming in out of the northwest, and both of these systems acting to enhance that a little bit. So I'm expecting wind gusts today between about 25 and 35 miles an hour. Things likely going to be a bit gusty out there, with temperatures responding to this cold air intrusion as well. We only make it into the teens and 20s across most spots today, and with the wind, it's going to feel even colder out there, not only today, but tonight as regular temperatures fall back down into the single digits. Wind chills are going to be below zero across parts of northern, central, and eastern Maine. We've got this weak system that passes to our south tomorrow too. It's no big deal for us, maybe some flakes across parts of Kittery, Elliott, and the Berwicks or York, but that's really about it. And even then, nothing that accumulates. So here's where we are for high temperatures today. Teens and 20s, but it feels colder outside. Average this time of year is about 36 degrees. This is what it's going to feel like at 1 o'clock. Still feeling like it's below zero, Millinocket and north. Other areas more like the single digits and teens. 6 o'clock tonight, wind chill of 0 degrees in Bangor, 2 below in Calais. So certainly locking in that colder feeling right now. But the air mass itself is also quite cold, and this is going to linger over the next couple of days. So that's why when we move our first weak area of low pressure through on Saturday, Christmas Day itself, we might be able to squeeze out some light snow. I don't expect really big impacts from this, but it gets more interesting beginning Saturday night into Sunday morning as a secondary area of low pressure forms and moves through and actually maybe even strengthens a little bit over the Gulf of Maine. This could allow for a period of mixing to snow or just plain old snow beginning Saturday night and lasting into Sunday morning. So that's obviously going to have an impact on travel and plans like that. Just something to keep on the radar as we get into the weekend, and we'll be working out the details on that one as we get a bit closer. Seas 4 to 7 feet, northwest wind 20 to 25 knots, gusting to 35 knots today. Gale warnings expire at 10 o'clock this morning. The focus of the 7-day forecast is going to be Saturday, Sunday, Christmas Day into the day after Christmas, just because that's when the storm falls and also when most people have plans. Once we get into next week, colder weather sticks around. Maybe we'll make it back into the mid to upper 30s or low 40s by the middle of next week. Some signals for some rain or something beyond that, but let's get through this weekend before we worry about what's going on beyond that.
Fair enough. All right. Thanks, Mike.